Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie. It is a rainy day. Not only is it rainy, it's cold. The Hot Rod Himalayan's right there. It's got this cheesy 100,000 kilometer sign on the front. Loads of fun on this bike. So this is going to be a video, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 in the series. This one's going to be about the add-ons and accessories and things like that I've done to it. I hope I can cover that effectively. I made a list, and you know, there really isn't a lot that I've done to it. I think I did a video a while back, and it was something like $2,000 worth of add-ons. Now, a lot of the stuff I got was discount, so you know, the things I've added to the bike, I put on there to make it easier to ride on the long ride. Because you know, we took it on the Alcan, we went to Alaska, we went to the Arctic Circle. You know, those are all long rides. I think that month we did 9,700 miles. I just got back from a 7,300 mile ride. You know, so it's set up for that kind of thing. These things will work on off-roading. You know, the bike's set up to do that too. You know, obviously if you want to do off-roading, you can take the box off, or I just empty it. Yeah, a smaller windshield would be better, but we'll talk about that here in a bit. So starting with my list here, it says GV windshield. I've had 3 windshields on here. When I got the bike originally, it had the Royal Enfield touring windshield on it. I appreciate Royal Enfield putting that on for me. It worked pretty good as far as you know what, it really didn't do anything for me. It would have been a good place to hide your Garmin. It didn't keep the wind off you very much. It cut the air a little better than nothing. And so I got myself what was called a WRS. WRS windshield was about this tall. It was pretty wide, not as wide as this one. And I really liked it. I really did. For 200 or 300 mile days, it would have been great. When we decided to go to Alaska, and we went to Alaska, Baxter Cycle put this windshield on there for me. This is taller, it's wider, it covers a lot better, and it protects me as a rider a lot better, and I really appreciate it. And I think it's, for the kind of riding I do. Morning, Mark.
Good morning.
For the kind of riding I do, that's the windshield to have. You know, a lot of long rides. It keeps the air off my body, keeps my helmet. I wear a Shoei Neotech, and the buffeting is non-existent with that for me, as I'm 5'8", and I'm very happy with that windshield. You know, I like it a lot. So when you're in the dirt, I did some, when I was at Harry Terry's in Pembroke, Virginia, Gearhead Junction, we did a bunch of dirt riding and or back trail riding. You know, then you have to look through the windshield gets dirty. It makes it a little more difficult. The WRS would have been better for that, or even the touring windshield. That's what the touring windshield is made for. If you're going to go right out in the rough, like Colorado Mark, his bike, he has one of these on there right now. But when he goes to Colorado and he's going to ride trail riding, he's got a touring windshield on his bike, that you know, the Royal Enfield touring, the little one, and that's what works best for him. We were talking about it the other day, and he says when he goes, he's going to go to Wyoming next, well, when the weather gets warm again, and he's actually going to take the smallest windshield with him because of the rough terrain they're going to go through. Next thing on my list is TPMS sensors. So I ride a lot, obviously, and all my motorcycles, I check my tire pressure every day before I ride them. 2 of my motorcycles, I have sensors that read on the dash, like this. The others, I have to either use my phone. I've got the Fobo systems on 2 of my bikes, or I have to actually use a gauge. So the ones I don't ride very much, I don't. You know, I do the gauge. But anyway, so what that does for me is I hop on the bike. I can see immediately that my tire pressure is good. I'm out on a journey, and you get on some weird road or something, it gets that weird feeling. You can look down and see if you've lost air. The other thing is, if you get a slow leak, the sensor will actually turn red. This one's supposed to, and start beeping. I've never had that happen, but I've talked to people that have had that happen, so that's a good thing. I've got a Garmin on here. That's the next thing. So these are these from here on up are the important things, I guess, or the key things I think you should have. The Garmin, for the type of riding I do, is just, this has become invaluable. This is an old 396. I got it for free. It took me a while to get used to it. It has a touch screen that's very primitive. You know, it does not work like a phone, for instance. And I would like to have a new one. However, this thing has gotten me to Alaska and back, to the Arctic Circle and back. It's got me all over Canada, parts of Canada, all over the America, all over, you know, the United States, all 48 states, the United States plus Alaska. And it's done it just fine. It's a little cumbersome to use. I would like to get a new one. I'd like to have one where I can use my phone and export my map to the Garmin. I'm told the latest Garmin XT2 or XT Pro or whatever it's called, you can do that. I have to research that a little more and find out. But a Garmin is invaluable. It really is. What I don't like about it is it doesn't give you like traffic density or police locations, or if there's been an accident up ahead, or if you have road construction that has changed the road. I've gone places where I get there and the road's not, they've obviously redone the road, and yes, I do update it. So the updates are lagging behind the actual reality. It's a good product. I like it. Would a phone work better? Yes and no. A phone would work better, but I have a sense of security with the satellite thing. With the phone, you have to upload the maps and hope everything works right. It's more delicate. I don't know how it performs in rain. This has gone through gazillion miles of rain. By the way, this bike has done massive amounts of rain. No electrical issues at all. The TFT works no matter what. Everything is. And the reason I'm bringing that up, and I'm not going to mention the brand, but a friend of mine, I rode his ADV bike, like similar to this, different brand. And after I got the video shot, he said, "Oh, and by the way, when I ride in the rain," after I got the video published, he said, "When I ride in the rain, my dash goes blank." And I thought, should have told me that ahead of time. But okay, double take mirrors. So Colorado Mark lent me his bike one afternoon. He has double takes on his, and I love them. So you don't need tools to adjust them. You can just loosen this here. You're out in the middle of doing somewhere. You can just loosen this, make the adjustment. Sometimes you can just do it by hand. They're wide this way. They're very good glass. They vibrate less. Ram makes some, and Baxter sold those. Had I known about that, I might have got those that are actually, they don't narrow like this. They're actually wide. And next time I might get those, I think. I think that might be the next thing. Bark Busters. I wanted the Royal Enfield handguards, and they were not available. We got this bike August 23rd of 2024, and the accessories hadn't caught up yet. Speaking of, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit, the accessory thing. So I ordered these, and these are black right here. See how they're powder coated? I looked for these, and they're black, and I got those from 3D Cycle Parts right there, and 3dcycleparts.com. And I've just been, they work great. So cold day, you got your hand in there, it blocks the wind. If it's raining, it blocks the water. It just makes life a lot more comfortable. The other part is, a friend of mine hit a deer here just recently with his bike. Now, he had the Royal Enfield handguards on. The bike went down, he killed the deer, and unfortunately, he just toasted the heck out of this, and I mean scraped it. And had he not had those, that might have been his hand. So a good set of these is really important. I think it is anyway. Next on the list, tank bag. So I bought a Rhino Walk tank bag for this bike. I said it. I was on my Bear. I sat in the back of the Bear and thought, well, I'm going to put it on that bike. A friend of mine lent me this one. Our good buddy Tony had given this to my good buddy Mark, who lent it to Fuzzy Biker. That's me, who never gave it back. So I like it because I can put my gloves under here. I like it because there's this little pouch here. I can keep my flashlight in. It's easy to zip open and close. It just works really well. It's rugged. When I need fuel, I just pop these two open and slide it back. I don't even have to get off the bike. Works very well. Works very well. Viridian Cruise Control. This is a key thing. The Viridian Cruise Control. If you buy a Royal Enfield Himalayan and now the Gorilla, the new Gorilla 450, just on the day you get the bike, go ahead and get the Viridian Cruise. I just ordered one for my other bike last night. It's just a must-have item. Just a must-have item. We put my Viridian Cruise on right before we went to Alaska, and it really made the bike. It makes the trip. All these long rides I do, the Viridian Cruise Control, it's my buddy. I love that thing. And for the price, excellent. You can get those at viridiancruise.com or baxtercycle.com. Next is tires and rims. I run Dunlop Trail Max Missions. I had the set before this. This set has about 8,000 miles on it. The set before this, we went 26 or 28,000 miles. I mean, we got all kinds of miles on them. And they're tough, they're durable, they handle everything. Look at that, with 8,000 miles on it, very little wear on there. They got rough lugs on the side, The next thing is the tubeless rims. This bike did not come with tubeless rims. It was Baxter Cycle put them on for me. I really appreciate that. I didn't ask for that when I went to take my bike in to get tires for Alaska, and they came back and they had this on it. Front mount bags. These things are great for weather protection. I keep chain lube in here. I've got a battery in here. I've got windshield cleaner in here. On the other side, I've got I keep my rain pants in there. I've got tire repair kit, air compressor, all that neat stuff that you should carry all the time. Love it. Just love it. Rear box. So this is an interesting one. This is like my breeding cruise. I've learned to live with it. I learned to love it, I should say. It just, right now it's full of garbage because I've been putting all kinds of stuff in there. The bike's been sitting here for a week, but generally it's half full. And when I'm on a trip, I keep a couple bottles of water in there. I stop for gas. I can just hop off the bike, before I even pump the gas, I take a drink, because you should always drink a lot of water when you're riding a motorcycle. And I keep like snacks in there. I can put my light jacket in there. It's just become a great thing for, it's very handy and very convenient, and it just makes riding the motorcycle that much better. And I've told you can put stickers on it. I think we've done a few here, Roswell, Pig Trail, Tail of the Dragon, Yellowstone, Back Cycle, all 49 states that we've been to, places where we've sighted Bigfoot. Seat cover. Somebody mailed me a seat cover. I don't know what to think of that. It's on the bike, so I'm still using it. I had a hard time with it initially. I kept it on there because it was a very hot day, and first couple days we had it on there, it was very hot, and it did keep me cooler. Then we got in some rain, and it did drain the moisture, and I don't like it going up and down hills because it's so slick. You actually slide forward and backwards, but it's still on there, so I must be willing to put up with it. DNA filter. We had the tank off, so I'm going to put a DNA on there. I like it. I haven't taken it out. I'm not going to replace it. We just clean it, put it back in. You buy it once, you take the tank off, you take it out, you clean it, you oil it, you let it dry, then you put it back in. Nice product, nice product. Back to the seat real quick. I do have a rally seat for this. I kept it on there for about 2,000 miles. When I go out to Colorado, my story is when I go out to Colorado, I'm going to bring the rally seat with me or take it, put it on there. We'll see how that happens. Colorado Mark and a couple of my other buddies, Enfield buddies, they had the rally seat, and that's all they use. That's all they use. Rear toolkit. This is a really big deal. This is a Colorado Mark idea. It is I'm not sure what kind of Tuss handlebar bag. My toolkit's in there. If I need a toolkit, I unzip, and there it is. I got it. So if I need to make a little adjustment or something, I can easily get my tools. Otherwise, I'd have to untie the bag, take the seat off, get the toolkit out, do my work, put the toolkit back together, stick it under the seat, put the seat back on, put the bag. So because it's so much simpler, it's easier. It's just better. Here's my first aid kit. So when I got that, I thought, what are the chances I'll ever use it? Well, we've used it twice now. Once in a tire change, a guy cut his hand open, and I can't remember what the other time was. So yeah, a first aid kit is a real thing to have. What do I got on the fold here? Side stand foot. Yes. Just automatically buy one of those. That's like the cruise control again. When you get the bike, just put one of these on there. You can, the bike will stand better in softer dirt. Another thing I have on there is the port, the power port. So I wear a heated jacket, and that plugs in right there. I wear that underneath I wear my heated jacket, and if that's not enough, I'll put my Royal Enfield Nervic 2 jacket over that. I got a lot to say about that jacket. We'll see where that is on my list. Okay, what else have I got on here? Okay, we talked about the windshield. We talked about the tank bags. We talked about the pipes, pegs, and tires. No, we didn't. So pipes, pegs, and tires. So add-ons that I haven't got on here that I should or might want to do later. Our buddy Colorado Mark has a pipe on the back of his. He's got the Zard pipe. Our buddy Omaha Steve has the AEW. My good friend Justin has a full AEW system from front to back. His bike makes a racket you wouldn't believe. He doesn't like having the baffle in it, but it runs like a madman, and so those kind of things are good add-ons. I have not added those because we're testing, I want to do the test of the motor in stock form. I was also worried about being able to get into Canada. I didn't know what kind of rules they had, and I didn't want to challenge that. Those guys also did the cat delete pipe, and Baxter Cycle sells both of those systems. The cat delete eliminates this big bread box back here, and it's freer flowing, and I think you can also get it. Well, yeah, you can get a pipe that starts the head and goes all the way back without the cat. So that's another option for that system. You can also get a Fuel X, I think. I already talked about the DNA filter. There are other brands of things like that. DNA is one of them. So pipes, pegs. Colorado Mark has, I think they're called pivot pegs on his, and he really likes them. I've rode the bike. I'm not used to them. I don't ride as much rough as he does. If I did, I'd probably have a set of them. So there are other options out there for things like that. Tires, we talked about that already. What about heated grips? I'm jumping around because that's where the thing was on my list. Heated grips. So I'm an old man, and I've changed a lot of stators. Stators are what make the power in a motor, the electric power in a motorcycle, and they're notorious for burning out, at least on older bikes. I have a heated jacket port that requires power that runs up, and my stator provides part of that. And when I got that, my hands started staying warm. I actually went to a lighter glove. You know, between the bark busters and the heated jacket, I was warm enough like that. So what about, should I put heated grips on the bike? I'm worried about power, adding another power load to my stator. So I'm worried, you know, I don't want to do it. I'm old enough that I don't want to do it. I've changed enough stators. I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think the benefit for me would be there. Now, my buddies, they all think they're great. They all like them, and you know, maybe they're right. The other thing I thought of is if I had hippo hands, I could run those, and I could wear a really light glove. You know, heated grips with a really light glove instead of hippo hands or something like that. How about motorcycle gear? Gear that I wear. I'll start at the top. How's that? The very top. I wear this helmet. Actually, this is a Royal Shoei Neotech 2. I got that. It's probably got 100,000 miles on it. It's a year and a half old, and it's been a beautiful thing. It changed. It was one of those seismic shift kind of things. You know, it was like putting the cruise control on. It just changed the way the motorcycle. Everything in the motorcycle got better because of that helmet. The helmet was comfortable. It was so comfortable, and all helmets should be like this, that when you wear it, when you ride, you want to have it on because it makes the ride better. And that's exactly what that does for me. It's a modular. The front opens up. You know, it's got the sunscreen on the inside. I just replaced that with the Shoei Neotech 3 helmet. And, you know, so far I've probably got 300 or 400 miles on that. I'm going to do a comparison review. And I really like that a lot. Next would be jackets. I've got this, let me show you a clean one because mine's dirty. I've got this Royal Enfield Nervik 2 jacket. I got it a couple days before we went to Alaska, so that was a really brave thing to do. I'd had the original Nervik jacket, which I just loved, heavy duty. The problem with that jacket, it wasn't even a problem, is that it was under-ventilated compared to the new one, and if you got over 75 degrees, you were hot. The new one, I wore that, I was in San Antonio, Texas here a couple weeks ago. It was 90 degrees, 90 plus degrees, and as long as the bike was moving, I was comfortable. Got stuck in traffic, boy, I sweltered. But this thing has got 10 zippers on the front, plus the center zipper. You know, it's got these big panels that zip up, you know. It's got these arm panels. It's got special armor in, you know, the elbows and the shoulders. It's got a back panel that's armor it's like that thick, you know. It's just humongous. And my jacket is over here, right there, and it's kind of filthy, but it's got like 36,000 miles on it, and I just haven't had any issues with it. No seams have come apart. The Velcro all works. The zippers all work. Just nothing. I haven't had to do anything. The only problem I've had is it's getting dirtier and dirtier. So how about gloves? I wear a light pair of Royal Enfield. They're ventilated gloves. That's my light glove. And then I have a pair of Royal Enfield Alpine Star gloves, and I'm never going to be able to find them in here. And there's the ventilated ones. Anyway, and those have been enough. These I wore one day just for the heck of it. I wanted to see how they compared. These are my Tourmaster Polar Tex. Polar. It's wore out, but they are an excellent cold weather glove. Anyway, that's what I do for gloves. Running down, I've got a set of Noru long underwear, and that stuff is top notch. When I got back from my trip from the big Canada East Coast, South Coast, you know, I did a 400-mile day ride just to decompress, and I actually put all that stuff on the underwear, and I wore my boots, you know, and it was a very comfortable ride. You know, that stuff works very well. Pants, I usually wear. They're extra thick blue jeans. I also have insulated pants that I wear. If it's really cold, I'll wear the Neuro underwear. I've got wool socks that come up to my knees. I generally wear a boot. I've got a hiking boot. And then this last trip, this one I was just talking about, I have a set of, I think they're Tourmaster motorcycle boots, and they are very warm. I have not worn them enough to break them in, so they're kind of stiff. So that's what I do for gear. What else have I got on here? Air pump and patch kit. I do carry an air pump and patch kit. I have not had to use it yet. If you ride motorcycle, you're going to have to use it at some point. I haven't had a flat tire in a couple of years. Generally, you get one. Before that, I was getting one at least once a year. Now, I don't know if that's because I don't know if the reason I haven't got them, and I'm riding a lot more now. You know, I used to ride 40,000 miles a year. Last year I did 65, and this year I'll probably do 55 or 60. So I think one of the reasons is I'm running a tougher tire, you know, just a bulletproof tire. So back to accessories, Baxter Cycle. So the Royal Enfield brand is a kind of a boutique brand, in my opinion, in the United States. They sell over 1 million motorcycles a year. They make over 1 million motorcycles a year. I've been to their factory. It's an amazing visit in Chennai, India. But in America, they're a boutique company, and it's hard sometimes to get parts for it. Well, Baxter Cycle is, they've got a whole bunch of new warehouse space. They have the old warehouse space. They are loading up a new warehouse system. They want they want everything you could possibly need available at baxtercycle.com. And it's a work in progress. It's going to take a long time to get it done, and it's never going to be done. It's going to be something they're always going to work on. But if you're in the market for a brand new or used Royal Enfield, Triumph Classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, gears, helmets, jackets, gloves, anything at all, get yourself over here to Baxter Cycle. Get yourself over to Marnie in the mighty metropolis of Marnie. Get yourself over to Baxter Cycle, and hopefully it's not a rainy day like it is today. So something about Marnie. Marnie has about 100 people, 150 people maybe. I know. Not 150, 120, let's say 100 to 120 people. It's an interesting place to visit. It's right off the interstate, exit 51, I think, on I-80. Anyway, get yourself over here and check it out. It's worth the ride. We've got the derailed grill with the Wahoo burgers. We've got the Bigfoot Hill. We've got all kinds of. We've got the vintage bike room with over 100 classic vintage bikes. That's one of the, you have to ask when you get here. You have to ask for that because it's hard to find. Anyway, get yourself over here, or go to baxtercycle.com. Tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. Life is good. Life is good. Get off the couch. Get out of that easy chair. Get out and live it.
Wahoo!
That's the guy. That's the guy that owns it.
Oh, that's
dude.
Keep the greasy side down.
Wahoo! Vermont. Wahoo!
Wahoo, Alaska!